Hey guys, it's Jessie and Christmas is upon us, and one of the things that I love to do during this time is watch Christmas movies, especially Christmas romantic comedies. Today I'll mention 10. These are basically family friendly that I always advise for you to check each movie's rating before. The movies that I'm going to talk about are from Netflix, Hallmark, and some of them have had their theatrical release. Okay, so let's start with Netflix. This movie was released in 2017 and it's called A Christmas Prince, which is basically about a young woman who's a journalist and she's assigned to go to this foreign country and get the inside scoop on a prince who is soon to be named king. I think this movie is super sweet and it has this Hallmark feel and I love it. The next one is called The Spirit of Christmas. It was released in 2015. This movie is actually a Lifetime Christmas movie, but it is available in Netflix US. But in The Spirit of Christmas, we see Kate. She is an attorney and she is assigned to oversee the sale of an inn. But inside this inn, she meets this spirit. And he has come to his human form 12 days before Christmas. You have to know what happens, you have to see it. Now let's move on to Hallmark. The first one that I have to say is A Bramble House Christmas. This one was released in 2017. So in this movie we meet Finn, and after his father's passing, he becomes suspicious after he realizes that his father left a huge amount of money to his nurse, and she had spent very little time with him. You have to see this film, it is so good. I love this cast, Autumn Reeser, David Hayden Jones, Next, I have to say Godwin Christmas. This one is from Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. It premiered this year. In this movie, we meet Paula. She works in the antique business. She loves antiques. And during Christmas time, she accepts the proposal from her boyfriend, but she is reluctant. But Paula's Aunt Jane invites her to Nantucket, and there she forms a friendship with Gary, an inn owner. I love this movie so much, and it has so many reminders for us, the viewers, and it makes us think about all of the Godwins that we've had in our own lives. Next, I have to say When Calls the Heart Christmas. It was released in 2016. When Calls the Heart has had a few Christmas movies, but I think this one is my favorite. In this movie, a peddler arrives in Hope Valley, and throughout his visit, he reminds the locals and teaches them of the values and the importance of the values of this season. Next, I have to say It's Christmas Eve. It was released this year on the Hallmark Channel. I did a video about this movie. I'll put it in the description box below so you guys can see it. Eve is an interim school superintendent and she is set to cut the music program from a local school, and the music teacher is actually her parents' neighbor, and they meet, they form this friendship, and they try to save the music program. You have to see it. This movie has a soundtrack. It's Leanne Rimes. The next one is Maggie's Christmas Miracle. This one was released last year on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. This one's about Maggie. She has her career. She's a single mom. And when her son Jordan starts having some difficult time with math at school, they choose a tutor for him. He's a local store owner, and they form this really special bond. And now Jordan wants his mom to find love again. Will she? You guys have to check this movie out. It's based on the book by Karen Kingsbury. So yeah, it was really nice. Next is, I have to say, A Shoe Addicts Christmas. This one was released this year on the Hallmark Channel. This movie is about Noelle. She works in a department store, and one night she gets stuck, she gets locked in the department store. And there she meets Charlie. She's like this guardian angel. And while trying on shoes, Noelle goes to Christmas past, present, and future. It's like A Christmas Carol, but it has shoes and has the theme of faith. And it's like one of the best movies I've seen in Hallmark. It's so good. And I love the humor. This movie has so much humor and heart. I love it. The truths and reminders in this movie are so amazing. I was like, yes, speak truth to my life. It stars Candace Cameron Bure, Luke McFarlane. You really can't go wrong with this movie. Now, the last two movies that I'm gonna mention have had their theatrical release. So the first one that I have to say is called The Preacher's Wife. and this was released in 1996. This movie is about how an angel is sent to the life of this pastor, and he helps him save his church and also restore and save his family. This movie is so beautiful. There's a soundtrack to it. Again, I love soundtracks in movies. And it really is a special movie, and I totally recommend it. Last but not least, I have to mention While You Were Sleeping. This movie was released in 1995, and although this is not technically a Christmas movie, it is set on Christmas time, so for me it's a Christmas movie. So this movie tells the story of Lucy. She's a transit worker, and she saves the life of the man she's had a crush on for forever, who she's seen almost every day go past her at work. He's in a coma, but she is mistaken as his fiance. Other things happen in the movie, but to see what happens, you have to check out this movie if you haven't seen it. It stars Sandra Bullock, Bill Pullman. It's also a classic for me. So those were my 10 favorite Christmas rom-coms. I have a few of them more, but I just couldn't fit them all in like one video because it would have been like too long. But I hope you check out these movies, and if you have other Christmas rom-com recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them and check these movies out because this genre is like one of my favorites. So yeah. So Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a great holiday season. God bless you guys. Bye.